one-time gain of 2870 crores in the fourth quarter helped Vedanta post a 80% jump in its bottom line. We are joined now by Kuldeep Kaura, CEO of the company, to take us through the earnings fine print and to give his outlook for the next quarter. We are also joined by Nikki Mirchandani, our research team who's tracking the counter. Nikki, take it away.
Thank you, Darshan. Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint, Mr. Kaura. The first question that I have for you, Rick, which pertains to the copper smelter. I'd like to understand what's the status there and when can we expect some resolution on it, since it's a while that the operations at Tuticorin have been halted.
So there was some clarification sought by the environment authorities in this process of renewal of our consent to operate, and these have been furnished, and we are engaging with the relevant authorities, and we expect that this should get resolved fairly soon.
Well, Mr. Kuldeep, the few questions that I have for you pertains to your aluminium division. Do you see some volatility in that business going forward, given the sanctions that have come in from US? Also, it's proving to be double whammy of sorts, where on one hand, double-edged sword for that matter, it has led to a higher aluminium prices on one side, which is benefiting the company, but on the other hand, it is also leading to the higher raw material prices. Can we expect some moderation in that business going forward?
As I was mentioning earlier, you're very right that because of these sanctions which US has imposed on Russia and the current halting of production at Alunorte, I mean, there is a huge volatility in the market impacting prices of aluminium on the one hand, which is our top line, which is a good factor, but also increase in our input costs via alumina prices. But our focus really is that we should continue to improve what is within our control, and 2-3 things will happen. One is we have an alumina refinery which produced 1 million, little over 1 million tons last year. This refinery will be ramped up this year and will produce close to 1.7 million tons. So what it means is that additional production, we will substitute imports. We need not import a high-cost alumina. So this will be one positive factor. Plus, in this refinery, we will also feed substantial amounts of bauxite, high-quality bauxite, from Orissa itself, which also has a lower cost because of the logistics distances. And in addition, in our smelters, we are in a position to further improve our power plant efficiencies, also improve our coal materialization with the mines. And all these factors actually should give us a kind of headroom of about $150 per ton in the cost. And hopefully, if the situation on the alumina resolves, so that will be additional benefit to these numbers.
Right, at the cost of repeating myself, I'd like to understand the cost of production, if that's expected to increase for our aluminium division, because for FY18 it has turned out to be higher than the one that you've guided. It's coming at $2,000 per ton as compared to $1,725 per ton for FY19. If you could just talk us about that.
No, FY19, as I said, cost of production will reduce from FY18. And we're certainly targeting a cost reduction of about $150 per ton because of our efforts where the outside factors actually don't matter, which is very much within our control. And in addition to this, for overall value creation, we are also working on improving our premiums or the sales realizations. So what we will do this year is that our value-added products, now we'll produce about 2 million tons of aluminium. So we are going to improve our value-added products percentage. We sell upwards of 1 million ton plus value-added products this year. We will. and that will also give us maybe $40–50 per ton additional revenue. So I think these are all the areas where we can make improvements, and we are very focused and working on those.
All right, on to your Zinc International business. What explains the higher cost of production for Zinc International business at $1,976 per ton against the guidance of around $1,700 per ton for the year?
Yeah, okay. So let me put a color on that. You see, the cost in the Zinc International business increased because this in our Scorpion operations in Namibia, we are developing a new mine which there's a lot of pre-stripping to be done. And so pre-stripping, about half of it was done last year, and the balance will happen during this year. So those pre-stripping costs, which are one-time costs, they get added to our cost of production as an accounting process, and that kind of reflects in the overall unit cost of production. Whereas going forward, our new mine, which will come into operation, which is Hemsberg mine, and which will also substantially add to the volume, that as I was explaining earlier, that operation is a sub $1,000 per ton operation. So that's very attractive cost. And plus our BMM mine is also at the similar level of this thing. So going forward, our overall cost of production will improve actually substantially.
Well, the last question that I have for you relates to your iron ore business. Not a good show there. Sales have declined from 800 KT in Q3 as compared to 300 KT that we've seen in this quarter. Are we expecting further kind of deceleration, and also what explains this kind of decline that we've seen in iron ore business?
You see, in the iron ore business, as you are aware, in the Karnataka, the AC limits have been improved last year from 30 million tons to 36 million tons. And we have also improvement in our share. So this year you will have improvement in volume from Karnataka, which will take our share to maybe around 5–6 million tons there. And plus in the Goa, this stop in mining, which was a very unfortunate thing to happen. Hopefully this should get resolved soon, and then of course the volumes from Goa will supplement our overall iron ore business.